Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks are looking to send the Golden State Warriors into further road abyss. GSW's lost 9 straight games on the road. Could the ATL make it 10 for the GSW? The Splash Brothers had something to say early. It's Thompson and Curry knocking down long distance shots. Hawks had a response though, via John Collins, who had the first quarter of his life. 17 points in the opening frame. Got Atlanta right back in the thick of things. 4-point game. It's Ice Trae. Somehow, some way for his team, he made a play. Thought he got fouled, it wasn't called. Second quarter, Steph, like Kenny the Jet Smith says, he makes those threes look Steffortless. Young is going to lob that bad boy up to a Yeka Kongu, who knows what to do with it, and then Young knows what to do with it from that deep. His own version of the Steph 3. Collins had 22 points after a quick start. Young in the third's going to make it a 10-point Atlanta lead with another three-pointer. It's Ice Trae cleaning house on Golden State. Remember, no Draymond Green in this game. He was suspended one game because of his 16th technical foul. So Klay and Steph would have to fiend for themselves. It's Curry going glass on the three. And then a three from about the same spot Trae made his earlier in the game. Warriors are down 4. They need a score with 50 seconds to go. Young says you're not going to get it. It's Trae swapping Steph clean and then celebrating a victory right in Golden State's face. 127-119 is your final. Young had 25 points, 12 assists to outdo Steph, who had 31. The Warriors fall to 36-35 on the season. Their 10th straight loss on the road as the ATL improves to 500. Real quick, Trae Young is an unlikable basketball player. That was just a side note. But shout out to Atlanta on the win. I was actually at this game in Atlanta. Trae Young and the Hawks just do it. You know, I've been to a good amount of Hawks games over the last few years, and every game I go to, Atlanta wins it. I'm not lying to you guys. They start out slow. They get it going late, and they're able to pull it out in the fourth quarter. They wake up for those big games. The Warriors being in town obviously was a big game. That bad boy was sold out. Look, I'm going to say this if nobody else is going to state the obvious in the room. The Golden State Warriors need Andrew Wiggins back desperately. Draymond Green missing that game didn't help. I want to believe if they had Dre, they would have won it, but who knows? Atlanta took care of business. It's not their fault. Draymond can't stop getting technical fouls. The thing with Golden State that's so weird is they have great stretches in games. There are games, and even in this game where Steph and Klay, they go on runs. They're able to put up 10, 12 points straight on the board. And in the past, that used to be enough to knock a team out. The Warriors go up double digits. That used to be enough to knock you out. But with the amount of threes that everybody is shooting nowadays, with the influence of the Golden State Warriors basketball have on this era, that ain't enough. Klay and Steph, they might knock down 4 or 5 threes in a row. The other teams, more time than not, most teams got a couple guys that can answer Steph and Klay with a few threes of their own. And right now, the Warriors are suffering trying to figure out what lineups to roll with. I don't know what to think of this front office, but I do got some questions right now. Again, if they had Andrew Wiggins, a lot of these problems would be solved. But since they don't have him, we got questions. Paying Jordan Poole the amount of money that they paid him and not being able to play him oftentimes late in games in favor of Dante DiVincenzo, a guy that's making nothing compared to Jordan, that doesn't make a lot of sense. That does not make – if Dante's close to the player that Jordan is, you got a problem if you're the Golden State Warriors. You have a major problem. And you look at this team, the Jonathan Kuminga thing, I don't think he's going to be ready to win for another 3-4 years. I think he will be a winner one day in this league. I'm talking about like a guy that's a real piece of a puzzle. He's not ready yet. He's not where the Warriors are at as a team. This is the downside of that Golden State run where they had a couple years off, the Klay injury, then Steph went down with injury. They were bad, and they were able to get picks, but they have not translated these picks into players that makes sense for them now. The James Wiseman one was a failure. The Kuminga one's not a failure. He's not a bad player by any means, but he's not where the other Warriors are at right now, which means shouldn't they trade him? If they're still in championship mode, he has not helped what they're trying to do right now. He's not the best option available for what the Warriors are trying to do this year. I really like the ball that Looney is playing, but Kuminga doesn't make sense right now. The Jordan Poole, DiVincenzo thing doesn't make sense right now. You're getting 75% of the player that Jordan is. Obviously, Jordan can put up numbers that obviously DiVincenzo just can't get to. I'm not saying that, but they just roll with DiVincenzo late in that game. You paid Jordan Poole $140 million. How is that possible? Warriors lose again on the road. It's their 10th straight road loss as Trae Young celebrates right in their grill. That is, man, that's a heartbreaking one if you're a Warriors fan. They're trying to make the play-in tournament, but so is the Hawks.